All right, here's how to make $100 million in 2026 and 2027. You need three things. And if you look at, sure, there's going to be outliers. There's a few people here and a few people here that have made $100 million doing something. And I don't mean 100 million. I mean a shitload of money. Now, if you look at 90% of all of them in today's age, they're all doing this exact system. They're building a skill. That could be any skill in the entire world. As niche as you want to go. It could be plumbing, or it could be starting an AI agency. It could be chiropractors, or it could be a dentist, or it could be an orthodontist. You need to find a skill. If you want to make $100 million, then you need to find a skill, and you need to get paid for that skill. Like, you need to actually have a skill that people are willing to pay you for and be good at it. Now, once you have that skill, then what you need to do is build a brand around the skill, right? So we have a skill. Okay. I can cut haircuts. I can be a plumber. Start documenting you taking haircuts. We've seen that. Vic Blends. Start documenting your journey as a plumber. Very raw footage, right? Post on YouTube. You going into the job. It'll probably do really good. People like that now. They love that authenticity. Be a real, like, raw, very just dry plumber vibe, and it'll do good. And then once you have a brand, so you need a skill. Like, mine is starting an AI agency, right? I know AI tools very well. I've done this. I've gotten paid really well for this. I've been in this game for years. That's my skill. And then the brand. What am I doing right now? Creating a YouTube. I'm building my brand. I'm building my brand. I'm growing about 1,800 to 2,000 subscribers a month. I'm building that brand. I'm nowhere near. I don't have a brand, but I'm building it. So what I'm telling you is literally exactly what I'm doing. And this is what they've done, right? Iman Gadzhi, agency skill, built a brand. Hormozi built a skill around gyms. Built a brand around it, right? He's still the Jack Gym dude who wears a tank top everywhere. Still his brand. And now he's here. Skill to brand to SaaS. And I don't just mean SaaS, but I mean big company. A lot of times that's a SaaS. School is technically a SaaS, right? Because what you do is, once you have a skill, people want that skill. And you can record yourself teaching people or just talking about that skill. That's what I do. Every video is about how to use AI to make money, how to do this, how to do that, how to build, an AI agency, like an agency in general, how to do AI consulting. That is a skill in itself. And then you can build a brand around that skill. So you talk about the skill, talking head like I'm doing right now. And then once you do that, then you have a brand, and then that brand is a bunch of people who want to learn that skill. And now that you have that audience, then you build a SaaS company directly around the skill and brand. You take, for example, right, Iman Gadzhi started an agency. Who knows how much he actually ever made from the agency? More than 10K a month? Who knows? Maybe. But then he started a brand, made millions from his brand. And then he's partnered. He has a ton of SaaS companies, a good few, but he partnered with WAP, billion-dollar company now. And who does he shove WAP? Who does he shove this down? Like, whose throats does he shove this down? His entire brand. Because his brand is all basically learning from him how to make money online. And if you're making money online, then you need to accept payments online. And then he goes, go to WAP to take payments, right? So it's perfect synergy, actually. Perfect synergy. And people say, like, oh, today, this day and age, it's never been easier to become a billionaire, this and that. It's only true if, like, you really follow this. Like, otherwise it's just so hard and impossible and lottery. And it's just not easy, and you have to get super lucky. But this, if you follow the system, like, it's a very sure tell way to, like, do at least really good. So if you're a plumber, literally this could be for a plumber. If you're a plumber, you should probably just start plumbing, make money, good. And then you should start, like I said, make content around, I don't know why I have Hormozi here, but pretend Hormozi's a plumber. Then he can start making content around his plumbing. And then he builds an audience of plumbers, plumber business owners. He can have 100,000 subscribers of business owners who run plumbing companies. And then what does he do? He builds a SaaS that makes plumbers' jobs easier. That could be a CRM for plumbers, or like anything. Like, that is literally it. That is how you do it. And then, okay, like, if we want to get into even further semantics, we can come down here. So this is it, right? Skill, make content around that skill. Then you have a brand of people who are in that skill, and then create a company that makes it easier for them to execute on their skill. It's literally that simple. It's that simple. Have a skill, have a brand, and then sell your big time company to that brand. Now it's like, say, let's go the Hormozi route, right? Like, and not even the Hormozi, let's go plumber Hormozi route, right? Becomes, and this works for a barbershop or anything you want, becomes plumber. Then he records plumbing day to day. Becomes plumber, records plumbing day to day, and then what does he do? He builds audience of plumbers. And then he solves issue for audience of plumbers. And let's say in this case it's a CRM, right? It's a CRM for plumbers, right? Of course there should be more nuance to it, a better idea maybe. But it's like, once he does that, if he sells it for, he could have a brand of 100,000 people, right? 100K subscribers. And this could be TikTok, Instagram, this could be anything. Then he sells to his 100 subscribers, his SaaS CRM. And how much does he sell it for? He sells it for $297 a month. So this is $297 a month. Then, let's say out of those 100 subscribers, he's able to sell 1K subscribers. 1% of his audience buys. I mean, that seems somewhat reasonable, maybe a little bit high, but like if you did it right, you could probably get 1% of your audience to buy. If it was a hyper niche of, plumbers, like I can see that. Then he has basically 1,000 people, 1,000 users, X $297 a month SaaS. Okay, so what is $297 a month? That is, call it $300 a month, right? $300 a month times 12. So what you do when you're selling a company is you look at how much you're doing annually. So if you're doing $300 a month, you're, 300,000 a month, right? 1,000 users, 1,000 users. That's basically 200, is 297K a month in MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And then you can do a run rate here. So this wouldn't be, this is how you sell a company. This is private equity, investment bank, whatever. It's just valuation in general. 297 times 12 months of the year to get essentially your annual recurring revenue, which would be 12 times this. 12 times this is going to be 3.6 million. So then we have 3.6 million. Now we're getting there, 3.6 M in ARR. And then your multiple is typically going to be built off of this. So what you sell the company for is going to be, I don't know what's happening here, is going to be maybe if you're a plumber and it's a good business, let's just say you get a 10x multiple, right? Let's just say you get a 10x multiple. 10x multiple. That's going to be 10 times 3.6 M, not 2.6, 3.6 M, which equals 36 million. Just expand that a little bit. There you go. So that's how you start. That's how you make 36 million and go, fuck off forever. That's how you do it. And sure, you could build this up. Once you get 1,000 users, it's like, all right, let me just go get 3,000 users, and 3,000 users would just be, instead of 36 million, it'd be like 100 million. It'd be 108 million, right? That's it. That's the 108 million exit. That's it right there. Go find a fucking skill, whether it's copywriting or something so stupid. You look at, copywriting. Okay, cool. I don't really think copywriting is a skill. I think ChatGPT does it way better than anyone else. And I think it's only a matter of time before it catches on. But build a brand with copywriting. Look at Cardinal Mason. Build a brand with, and I actually like Cardinal Mason a lot. But build a brand with copywriting and then, build a copywriting skill, right? Build the skill of copywriting, then build a brand around copywriting, and then sell a software that helps copywriters do copywriting. And that could be a ChatGPT wrapper that's specific to copywriting for businesses. It's just, you see it time and time again, across the board. That's what everyone's doing, is this right here. And no one shows you it because typically right here, once they get into this range, this is where they don't want to expose themselves because they're typically just selling you something. And a lot of times that's a course. So that's anyways, build a fucking skill, record that fucking skill until you have a brand, and then sell the shit out of your whatever software to that brand and make $100 million.